Hey guys, welcome to a very special episode of Troop. I saw this video that had Logan Paul and a super fan in an interaction, and I thought to myself, holy cow, there are some good networking tips in here. If you watch this to the end, you're gonna learn two very critical things. One, how important preparation is before you meet that very special someone who's gonna help you along in your career. And two, what you need to be prepared to communicate to them. There are a lot of lessons in this video. We're gonna get through all of them, but before we do that, let me just set the stage for you. We got a super fan who wants to talk to someone very successful in the space he wants to work in. Logan Paul is massive. If you don't know who he is, in 2013, he launched a YouTube channel. He has about 23 million subscribers. He's a professional wrestler, WWF style. He's a professional actor, and of course, he's a YouTube star. So if you're looking to meet a content king, and that's where you're trying to get in your career, this guy is about as good as it gets. So when the video opens, we see Logan Paul's fans sort of waiting for him backstage. Looks real nervous. You see Logan Paul coming along, and the interaction is about to launch.
Sneaking thing?
No, I didn't. I quit my job. No.
Wait,
it's a story.
I'm interested.
So as Logan Paul starts to walk by, the super fan reaches out. He's like, hey, Logan. Logan turns to him and basically straight up asks him, hey, man, did you sneak in here? Reasonable question. Guy doesn't look like he belongs there. He seems really nervous. I would be asking the same thing. Now, the problem is the super fan did sneak in there. And instead of owning up to it, he lies. And he says no. And that's mistake number one.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
Like on stage?
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak
I'm
videos.
sorry. I just.
Did you print the ticket and stuff?
No, like I just needed to talk to you.
Even though the super fan eventually admits he snuck in, it's way too late. In networking, really in any life situation, you cannot start a relationship on a lie. You're not allowed to embellish, lie, or mislead in any way. You have to be very honest and direct about where you are in your professional development, where you're headed, what your goals are, what your skills are. People will respect direct honesty, and they can smell a lie a million miles away.
I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business.
Now, the beauty of this is that Logan actually sticks with the conversation, even though he knows this fan has just lied to him, which I have to say is extremely generous. I think it says a lot about Mr. Paul that he did stick with it, because this guy's busy. He's got a lot going on. He's got plenty of resources. He knows lots of people. He doesn't need to hang out with this one weirdo in the backstage. The reason I'm pointing this out is that I have found that to be the case with most successful people. They all came from somewhere. They may have had a goal and a dream, and they put themselves out there and followed a path, but people came along during that path and helped them along on their journey. And Logan Paul knows that. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is that if you're a new networker and there's someone out there that you want to meet, yes, it is going to be nerve-wracking to go up to them and speak with them. But if you have a clear message and you have a clear ask, the likelihood of them helping you or at least giving you some excellent advice is super high.
I'm trying to talk about trying to get a job. Like I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's
that.
your TikTok
I did that video. You know, like.
So this is where we find out what the fan's really looking for. And he tells Logan he's looking for a job. Logan asks him the most obvious question of all time. And the fan then says, well, I did this TikTok video. And, you know, he makes a very murky comment about what kind of work he's been doing in the content space up to this point. The mistake that the fan made in this case is that he wasn't prepared to link his TikTok work to any other content creation, goal, or anything else that he's produced in this effort. If all you did was a TikTok video, that's fine. You can talk about what inspired you to start doing that one TikTok video and the goal that you hope to achieve through TikTok videos, right? It can't just be, I made a TikTok video. You have to tell a cohesive story.
I did that video, you know, like yeah, you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
So as a result of this very murky answer, Logan kind of teases him a little bit and he says, I guess he really got what it takes, right? Now, that's something you should be prepared for. I think it's okay and expected. People may challenge you. When you're talking to someone who's incredibly busy and you're literally yanking them out of whatever flow they're in the moment, I mean, this guy snuck backstage. I mean, you're on the spot, right? If you're not delivering some kind of cohesive message, you might piss somebody off. If they have a good sense of humor, like Logan obviously does, he might tease you a little bit. And the fan makes a second big mistake. He's like, no, I don't. If I'm Logan Paul, in that moment, I'm thinking to myself, what are we doing here? Well, then someone challenges you, take a deep breath, answer the question. This is why preparation matters. If you have a good answer, it's going to show that you have a focus. You're working on something, and that person is going to be interested and intrigued. And again, thinking, maybe there's a way we could work together, or at least there's a way I could help this person along on their path.
I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet I can't be a mentor right now, right? my life, I'm a f up myself. I need a mentor.
You can see it on the fan's face. In this moment of getting teased, he knows he's losing this battle. And he changes his message from wanting a job to looking for a mentor. Completely fine to want a mentor. Also completely fine to want a job. It's not completely fine to change your story midstream. As soon as you show that, it makes the person who's very busy not exactly know what to do. Once again, very generous of Logan. He sticks with the conversation.
Then why would I
need
give
a
you a job?
mentor. I need a
Well, why would
mentor.
I do that?
Logan asks another good question. Why would I do that? It's amazing to me that Logan sticks with this, but he does. He asks a question. And now the pressure's on.
Connections, and you need people to be around you,
No,
right?
you don't. I didn't have connections and people around. I have Jake. That's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people, friends?
I don't.
You can see it in the super fan's face. He's sweating. I think he's almost starting to cry at this point. And he starts to talk about you need people around you. You need to have connections. You need to have people to help you push you along. All true. But there's a lot that you can do on your own. Logan knows this. And Logan literally says, I didn't have connections. I didn't have anybody. Logan had a goal and he went out and he did it. And he built connections on his own. He built his own crew. He built his own team. That's what you need to do too. And you need to be prepared to leverage that team on your own and not beg a player who's way ahead of you to let you be part of their team.
You don't have friends?
I don't. I swear to God. I'm here by myself. I'm here by myself.
Where you from?
I'm from Norwalk,
Bro,
Ohio.
you're a good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying.
So it's at this point that Logan basically is done with the conversation. He's still very generous, and this is where the value of this entire interaction for the fan comes out.
I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
If you really are serious about it, bro,
Serious.
you should move to LA and just like you approached me, start making connections with every single person
I will.
in LA. I'm serious. That's
I will.
it. I've always said this. If you're charismatic and you can talk to someone, you could make it in LA.
Logan gives him incredible advice. He's like, look, dude, if you got the balls to come up to someone like me and ask me for a job, to be a mentor, you can do this. And I love this because it's literally what I am screaming from the rooftops for people who are looking to launch their own business. You got to go where the action is. Now, we're not all in LA or New York or some major city. You might be in a small town, and that's okay. Start local. There are awesome people in your local neighborhood. You don't need to move to another city. There's networking events in your town that you can go to. You need allies, people that you can brainstorm with, workshop ideas with. Get out there and build a community that you can support and that can support you. Logan Paul did a good job of coaching this guy. There are a couple critical lessons in this video. One, successful people are extremely generous with their time. If you give them clarity about where you're trying to do, they will absolutely give you advice or help you if they can. In order to earn that from them, you need to be prepared to express what you've done, where you're going with it, and why you really want to get there. That's going to show them that you have direction and focus, and they're going to know they're not wasting their time on you. You know, unfortunately, our fan lacked clear focus. But here's what he had. He had a humongous set of balls, and he got out there and he talked to the person he wanted to talk to. He didn't get what he wanted, but he actually got what he needed. I hope you watched this to the end. I hope you got some value out of it. And look, honestly, if you want more information about networking, you want to become a student of networking, subscribe to this channel. This is the kind of content we like to make with hopes that we can help you drive your networking and your sales and your business forward. I mean, even if you found this entertaining, maybe you can drop us a like. That's super helpful. I certainly appreciate it. This is Michael with Troop. Get out there and do some networking.